Friends and colleagues, it always seems as if the year speeds up the closer we get to the holidays. All the more so as December has proven to be an important month. This month, preparations are near completion for the all-important US-Japan trade agreement talks expected to start in the new year. At such an important point, let me spend a few moments to reflect on and recognize the important accomplishments that have brought us this far in 2018. At the beginning of this year, the Board of Governors selected 3 areas for strategic focus, with a view on how the ACCJ could more effectively affect its mission to network, exchange information, and advocate. Namely, 1, ensuring value in chamber membership as the heart of our core focus on membership centricity. 2, delivering relevant and strong advocacy. And 3, operational excellence to make the most effective use of member and chamber resources. In October, we brought together the significant work by the Membership Value Project. The plan approved in October by the Board of Governors addresses long-standing member feedback. Your substantial input has shaped a plan that will improve member value and ensure the future sustainability of the Chamber. Already, we are beginning investment in upgrades of the Chamber's capabilities, and this will modernize the way we do business, harnessing the power of our leaders and members to meet future challenges and opportunities. The power of the Chamber really counts in our relevant and strong advocacy. One of the ways in which we moved to harness member power this year was to operationalize our new CEO Advisory Councils, the F500 CEO Advisory Council and the SME CEO Advisory Council. By engaging our largest and our most influential members, we have been able to focus the advocacy efforts of our committees for greater effect. The F500 was quick to follow up the reforms to labor laws passed this summer in support of our workforce productivity advocacy pillar. The F500 now has a landmark project in its sights to produce a cross-industry white paper. This will address the broad challenges presented by Japan's spiraling healthcare costs. This is one to watch out for in 2019. In September, the SME CEO Advisory Council took head-on the issue of the GILTI tax in a dedicated Washington, D.C. door knock that generated solid engagement with the U.S. Department of the Treasury, as well as leading to further opportunities to influence this legislation, and showed how agile and highly relevant we can be in our advocacy. This success in D.C. is in large part due to the hard work of our Taxation Committee, who are now following up on the traction generated in September to again lobby Washington this month. This will be an ongoing campaign in 2019, and I am sure we will see still further progress. The majority of our advocacy efforts, however, happen through the statements and viewpoints generated by our committees. One of the most high profile this year has been the Human Resource Management Committee viewpoint on marriage equality. This work continues to generate wide engagement that could lead to a change in the law in Japan. Recently, our Energy Committee moved quickly to publish a statement aimed at guiding many away from a technical rule change in feed-in tariffs that could unwittingly, but importantly, undermine investor confidence in Japan at a critical time. The Competition Policy Committee's recent refresh of a viewpoint on due process is similarly aimed at delivering agile, relevant advocacy at an important time of change in policy. Other work, such as the viewpoint on ESG disclosure requirements by the Alternative Investment Committee, offer advocacy that will continue to reverberate into the years ahead. In operational excellence, efforts have been focused on making the Chamber easier to do business with and raising transparency. The Committee Excellence Advisory Council, established earlier this year, has been working to establish a framework of support for committee leaders to ensure we deliver value-added contributions for our members. Feedback from SEAC's Leadership Guide and its leader training sessions on communications and advocacy has been strongly positive for helping our leaders prepare for some of their most important tasks. By working towards establishing policies and processes, SEAC is also making progress in building greater transparency around the important work of our committees. This commitment to ensuring better use of member time and greater transparency is wide-ranging. The OGM adopted changes in our Constitution and bylaws to smooth processes. We are also putting a greater focus on communications with members about the Chamber's activities. This message is one example of how we are working to broaden the ACCJ's channels of communication and how we are developing the format of our messaging to ensure we are informative, accessible, and responsive to members' interests. In the year ahead, we will be expanding these efforts across the Chamber leadership and developing our digital presence much further. – 2018 also marked the ACCJ's 70th anniversary, reminding us of the value we bring to the U.S.-Japan Economic Partnership. Amid the challenges of 1948, General Douglas MacArthur recognized the importance of U.S. business in Japan's economic development. The General welcomed most enthusiastically the appearance of our organization and extends to it his approbation and support as the body and spirit of American business in Japan. The General also expressed a desire to avail himself of the mature business thinking of the members of the Chamber, who represent major American organizations. As we head into a potentially historic year for the U.S.-Japan Partnership, we should be proud of our mission and values established in those important times 70 years ago. Our first president, Doug McAvoy, said of members, "We have subordinated our ambitions as businessmen to the greater call of our primary duties as citizens of the United States and become an indispensable partner to Japan." Thanks to the foundations established this year for greater value in membership, our focus on relevant and strong advocacy, and ensuring operational excellence, we can focus on making 2019 the beginning of the next 70 years for the ACCJ. There are many other developments and so much good work going on across the Chamber that I would like to call out, but we just don't have the time to do it in a simple and effective video. I want to thank all of the members, all of our leaders, and everyone who represents the ACCJ every day. You are our brand, you are our community, and you are what makes the ACCJ the leading Chamber of Commerce in Japan. Let me leave you with my best wishes to you and your loved ones for a happy holiday season. I wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.